Okay, this is gonna be a long one, so buckle up, buckaroos. Buckle up, buckaroos. You see, I have talked a lot of shit about OnlyFans in the past. I don't regret it. But I'm not advocating for censorship, and I'm not advocating for the destruction of adult content as we know it. No, I believe it will be alright to, keep it out there. And if people want to enjoy it, fine. If people don't want to enjoy it, fine. I talk a lot of shit about OnlyFans because there's a lot of beta males, lesbians, simps, gooners, coomers, cringe maxers who are basically empowering women in a bad way. They're overpowering women by giving them the option that, oh, when you're like 18 years old, you can just sell pictures of yourself. You don't even have to be naked or have sex or whatever. You don't even have to quote unquote, right? Work your ass off to get paid. No, you just, you get some Indian guy, some Mexican guy to pretend to chat with other guys, to pose as you. You take some selfies, some provocative things, and there we go, millions and millions of dollars, allegedly. Well, a lot of girls don't really get millions, but they get thousands, easy. And they don't want to marry. They don't want to, you know, well, they don't want to work. They don't want to do anything cool, so they suck. They're garbage. But I'm not advocating for the deletion of that. And corn, well, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. You know, it's been out there for a long ass time, and a lot of people, if not like the majority, have seen corn, here and there. And we gooning, bros, we goon brothers. And maybe I'm a hypocrite. The only thing that I'm like really against is OnlyFans. I may really sound like a hypocrite, but that's something I don't like at all. Like I see nothing good about it, nothing positive. Oh, so you're advocating for like adult content to be free? No, that's not what I mean. But you know what I mean. Hopefully you do. Um, corn, like whatever adult content, like you know, meh. I don't really have much to say about it. Like, of course, there's people who made millions and millions, like Mia Khalifa, right? And there's some other girl who I forgot about. And yeah, whatever. Like, but that wasn't as accessible as OnlyFans. You see what I'm getting at? Like, to get into the corn industry, like, it wasn't that easy. OnlyFans, you could just, oh, I'm gonna open my OnlyFans page. I'm gonna post my pictures. Money, money, money. Dollar, 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 dollar. Like, I don't know. Um, hentai, nothing against that. If you wanna enjoy your hentai, that's cool. Um, Eroge is basically like a hentai game, mostly visual novels. There's like a fetish thingy, blah blah blah. It's whatever. I don't really mind that either. Oh, you're a hypocrite because those things create betas and simps and all that. Yeah, but I think that OnlyFans changed the whole being a slut, being a hoe plot. It made it extremely accessible, extremely easy, and it kind of defeated the purpose that, I mean, you want to get into the adult business, there's a lot of risks, there's a lot of things that can happen. It will be draining mentally and all this and that. A lot of things happen, right? It's rough. So it's not that simple. Well, we only first, oh, I'm going to take my picture. Click, click, click. Oh, I'm going to call like Mohammed to like talk to the other guys, pretend I'm me or Pablo or whatever. Oh, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's kind of like a monopoly. Like it's really huge. I would say that it's bigger than like corn. So yeah, and people have this battle. Like they want to be holier than thou, and they're advocating for what I said earlier, that you need to give out your ID and a lot of personal information, maybe your bank account details, all this. So you are on a leash like a good doggy, a good puppy. You're under control and you're no longer that anonymous, even though you're not really anonymous on the internet. You're, in a way, you are, but not really. And I repeat, or I don't know if I said this, I tend to repeat some things, but a lot of people were doxxed and exposed on Discord on the UK because they needed uh, to go through a verification system that required them to input pictures of their ID and to give very personal information like where they lived and all that. And basically, like, it got them doxxed. So that's the same thing that the people who are against corn and all this allegedly are advocating for. But here's the deal, and this is the real thing. Whatever happens to us, we are the common people. And whatever we decide when it comes to our rights and the things we have access to, you do know that the people in power will get access to those things. And the people in power are hypocrites. There's a lot of rich people and people in the government and all this because government is poo poo. All governments. I hate politics. And they go to Onlyfans, they go to strippers, to like, they go and get into cam shows and this and that. They're like giga gooners. They're like omega betas for the most part. So they just want to have it all to themselves. It's like this Korean guy who was working on the adult industry. Allegedly, I don't have the data, but he lost his job or something. He was like a YouTuber HR or whatever. I've seen some of his videos. They didn't suck. They were like fine. But I didn't know that he was a hypocrite because he has a lot of posts on like his Twitter, gooning to stuff. Wink, wink. So he's, oh, corn bad, all adult stuff bad. Remove it from the internet. Censorship. You should like have your ID required. And he's from Korea. Obviously, South Korea, not North Korea, because we shall not speak about that. But in Korea and in China, if I'm not mistaken, corn, like all kinds of corn, all kinds of adult content, all kinds of like nudity and all that, sexual entertainment is banned. Banned, 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 gone forever. And I don't know like for how long that has been the case. I don't know. But what I do know that it's a fact. It is banned. And if it is banned, if you do it, if you do like try to get access to the content, and they catch you or whatever, like Twitter is banned in my country. So if I try to use a VPN, to get into Twitter, I'll be in danger because if someone like if they eventually find out what I'm doing or they snitch on me, like I'm gonna get jailed. Same if you like get access to corn or to hentai or to whatever from like Korea, China, you're gonna get to jail. And I believe that is unfair. That sucks. That's garbage. And I was working on an adult game. It was going to be like Game of Thrones. It was gonna have like sex, but it was also gonna have like a lot of violence and all that. I do apologize for the noises that my doggy is making and the kitty, if you can hear on the background. Uh, uh, but anyway, but yeah, I am completely against censorship and against people losing the freedom to get access to things. I am completely against that. So people enjoy what they want. Like I hate cigarettes because cigarettes like they're gonna give you cancer. They're gonna give you lung cancer. But if you wanna smoke whatever, you do whatever. I'm not advocating for a cigarette ban. You know, in the past they had like an alcohol ban or whatever, and people were like still getting alcohol illegally, but they enjoyed it. Like it's all about self-control. Like I complain a lot about lowering birth rates and divorce and all this, divorce, marriages being basically a death trap. But what can we do about it? We can well stop marrying girls, women. And what can we do if we want girls to stop doing OnlyFans, to go crazy? Then we stop like simping for them, paying for them. You get it? What do we do? Like, if a group of people do something, then it becomes acceptable to do it. So if a big group of people, they are advocating for censorship, for us to lose rights, to have less and less access to stuff, then eventually people are going to be like, yeah, that's fine, this is normal. Like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to complain. There's going to be a lot of unhappiness, and there's going to be a lot of hypocrisy because there's a lot of people in power who are going to have access, uh, uh, you know, to that content. But you know how it is. The world is unfair. The world is fucked up. And also, I talked about payment processors like PayPal, and who will get you banned if you do, you know, adult stuff. Like there's a lot of VTubers who had like adult pages with hentai who got banned, and they lost their Patreons, they lost their incomes because a lot of people can just generate money from PayPal, believe it or not, and they had their PayPals and Patreons banned at the same time forever, like for good. And they were not able to retrieve the money that was there because when they ban you there, I haven't been because I try to adhere to the policies and all that, and I pay attention. So the moment, actually, I got saved because the moment when PayPal was saying no adult stuff, like relax, chill, we don't want adult stuff, or you're gonna get your ass banned. Before that, a long time before that, I was working on the game I'm working on right now. It's not finished, but same game. And as I said, it was going to be an adult game, and out of pure luck, I decided, and well, we decided, we as the team, that we're going to make it safe for work because we wanted to attract a bigger audience, and also we wanted to attract more people to help us. And more people are going to want to help on something that's not like adult, right? Because we may have people who are 17 years old working on that, and it is illegal to have someone who's underage, even if they're 17 years old, to work on adult content. So you get what I'm saying? So it's better for us. And eventually I had to change a lot of things, And yeah, thankfully I never had problems with PayPal because I respect the rules. I keep it all legal, all clean. And yeah, but I get it. Like, there's a lot of people who got banned because they were working on adult games. They weren't making adult stuff. A programmer, like, he made like over $60K, and he wasn't able to receive that money because he got banned because they discovered that he was the programmer for an adult game, maybe a visual novel. I don't know. It wasn't like an Eroge. It was just like an adult game, a normal adult game. And it's getting rougher for people to like upload adult content on Steam. Like they're putting all the stops, they're limiting people who can buy it, who can see it. Like it's getting wild, bro. Like it already began. You people are like, oh, adult content. Like, and the funniest thing is the hypocrisy because OnlyFans is fine, OnlyFans is good, and I said this before. OnlyFans is Gucci. But oh no, creating adult content, like you see, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna be real with you, 100% real. People are advocating to give women all the power over adult content. So they will be the only people who will be able to benefit from sexual stuff online. Because a lot of people who make hentai, right, who make adult games, who make eroge, are males. So they don't get a cut from that. They don't get to make money from sex. But females do. Oh, OnlyFans. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. You ever heard like it does happen, but it doesn't happen as frequently. Like VTubers get banned less than right. Male, female, whatever. Even if I guess there must be some male ones, right? I guess. Oh. Maybe some gay stuff. I don't know. But oh, adult games, Steam stuff on itch, all these platforms, right? It's gonna be difficult to receive money. But OnlyFans, no, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. Oh, OnlyFans, oh, that's completely fine. No problem with that. Maybe if the people who are advocating for that started with getting rid of because that's their mission, right? Getting rid of corn, getting rid of OnlyFans. No, no, they just go after adult games and they go after hentai. No, that's the first thing that they go after, and you know for a fact that's true. They don't see a girl like in a tongue like twerking and getting naked on Twitter or whatever, because it happens a lot on Twitter. Like OnlyFans get promoted, as I said. I don't know if I said it, but I'll repeat it. I am banned there. Well, I'm not banned. I am forbidden to make an account on Twitter. Anyone in this country, if I were to make an account, it's illegal, and I go to jail because Twitter is prohibited in this country where I live on, right? Same with Brazil and other places, right? So you're telling me that it is fine when it's real, like when it's like real people naked and doing all this nasty stuff. Well, when it's digital, oh, then it suddenly it's like, oh, well, you see, that's where they will start. They will eventually get rid of all the corn and all the adult stuff. No, I'm not up for that. Like, the more we lose our rights, like, the worse. And I don't see enough people complaining because, of course, there's not, I don't know the number of people making adult games. Like, adult games, bro, they're basically dead. Like, you're taking a huge risk. Unless you're like from the USA and all that, and you don't really rely on PayPal to get your money, like, you're pretty much fucked. Like, adult games are basically like harakiri. Like, you're basically self-destructing because you're gonna have to go through so many hoops, so many hurdles to get paid, to even get paid the money. And there's gonna be so many people that are not going to be able to pay you because they're banned from purchasing adult content via PayPal, via this and that. There's many payment processors that will ban you, will close your account, like I said before, if you make a purchase or if you receive money from an adult interaction or adult content. So it is rough, bro. Like, I don't really know for sure because, as I said, I'm not really making an adult game, but I could have been affected by that. So why will I advocate? Like, I can complain, I can whine, I can be a hypocrite, whatever, but I'm not advocating, to eliminate the rights that people already have. Like, corn isn't really that harmful. Yeah, people can be addicted, they can be depressed, they can delete themselves in that forest on Japan or in Minecraft. Like, I get that, but it's just up to people. Like, if you want to boycott something, speak with your wallet. I repeat, if you want to boycott OnlyFans and you want to make it like fail, stop simping, stop paying for subscriptions, stop asking for custom videos, stop talking with those Latino or like Indian chatters and all that. And I'm not being racist. They literally say it out loud online. I'm looking for Latinos, Indian chatters. I see it like everywhere, right? That pretend to be the girls on the OnlyFans and talk to these idiotic simps and beta males. So, no. Oh, but you're a hypocrite here. You're a hypocrite there. Again, it is a complex subject. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. I look at what effect something has on society, and if it's a really negative effect, I'm going to be against that. And if it encourages people to do really nasty behavior and it normalizes nasty behavior like OnlyFans, that it encourages easy slut behavior, being a hoe, then no, I'm gonna be against that. Like if it normalizes being like selling your body, being a prostitute online, and oh that's empowering and independent, then no, I'm gonna literally like crash out on that. But yeah, um, it's getting rough, bro. I don't really believe it. I'm like on a fever dream or whatever because I still can't believe it. And I am so lucky that it didn't happen to me. Because before I make any decisions, like, because the thing is this, listen, if you're making some adult stuff, right, and they see you doing that, they're not gonna give you a chance. They're not gonna say, hey, take it down. Like, no. If you're making something like, here's the deal. I'm gonna say it like this. Let's say you finish your adult game, right? Or whatever. Or your corn animation, or your like whatever AI, whatever. Your adult content. Let's say you finish it, but you haven't like you haven't been getting paid from that, right? They're still going to take down like your Patreon, all your stuff, because you are working on something like that. You don't even have to like get paid or get your single donation. Like as soon as you like add your PayPal, add your Patreon, you're banned. You're banned. Oh, but I did not really make the adult models or the sprites or the animation. I don't care. You worked on that. Well, I was the programmer. Like bro, like little bro thought he was gonna get like uh, preferential treatment because he was the programmer. But what did you program? Well, yeah, it's irrelevant. I did not do any adult content myself. Yeah, I don't care. Ban, ban, ban. So if I were to finish the game I'm working on, and it was supposed to be the adult version, my PayPal will have been gone. Now, there's still people who are receiving payments and donations on PayPal and Patreon and all that from adult content. There are, but they will get banned one by one until there's no one else left. And I understand your pain. And yeah, I mean, what can we do really? We can try to, fight for our rights or whatever, be out there on social media, da da da. Hey, I'm not I'm not up for this, or like we can comment, or we can speak our mind. I am speaking my mind in a way, right? All I can do is give my opinion and give my stance on this subject, and I am completely against censorship or asking for IDs or anything weird when it comes to adult content. I am completely against that. Where you want to take the stance that I am horrified or I am disgusted or whatever by that sort of content, even though I'm not, but you can take that stance, awesome. You can have the opinion, but at the end of the day, what's up is that I believe that people should be free to do what they want as long as it's not really hurting others. Like stealing or killing people or like hurting people, punching people, being violent, being nasty, right? If you smoke cigarette and you get lung cancer, that's going to affect you, but it was your choice. You had a choice. Yeah, I mean, once you take cigarette, you can get addicted. Yeah, but you have to inform yourself. There's a lot of PSAs, a lot of that. You have to inform, like, if you're going to go do something with your eyes closed without previous information of what that thing may do to you, then you're a retard and you deserve all the consequences for your actions. Right? A lot of people that had died that I know, they died of lung cancer because of the cigarettes. Right? And of drug overdose, of alcohol overdose, because that's a thing. So I mean, if you wanna smoke cigars or like drink beer, wine, all that, do your weed, whatever, bro. But do it with moderation. That's all I'm asking for, moderation, so things don't get out of control. I'm asking you to moderate the way you consume content, to not become a coomer, to not become a slave to your addictions, in a way. I'm not asking for an internal or external entity to have power over what you see or what you're allowed to see or what you're not allowed to see, because that's controlling, that's manipulative, that's dictatorship, that is fucked up. And that's all I had to say. Peace.